I played Madden 24 early, and here are my top 3 offensive playbooks in the game. And a quick shout out to EA for sponsoring this video as well. Now, my number 1 playbook in the game is one of the most balanced as well. I think the run game is going to be very good this year, and the Green Bay Packers playbook allows you to run the ball as well as air it out if you so choose. It's got some classics in here like trips tight end, which has been one of the most popular offensive formations in Madden for so many years. It also has the incredibly overpowered bunch tight end formation with the infamous play PA boot over, but they've also added some new formations to it like bunch strong offset, which I think might be really popular on offense for a lot of pro players this year. And then of course, if you do want to run the ball, they do have some I form sets here as well. I predict stretch and power O being very good runs. And the first play we're going to cover in this playbook is out of trips tight end. It's the play PA counter go. I actually played one of the best Madden pros in the world yesterday, Clef the God. This guy's literally won hundreds of thousands of dollars playing Madden, and he was abusing this play against me. I literally could not stop it, and it's especially effective when you have a mobile quarterback like Josh Allen, for example. Now, we do have to make a few hot routes here, and I'm going to start by placing Stephon Diggs on an in route. I'm going to place my slot wide receiver here, Hardy, on a flat route by selecting him and then hitting left trigger to place him on a flat. And basically what this is going to do, it's going to pull any underneath zone here towards the sideline, allowing Stephon Diggs to open up later in the play. We're basically creating a high-low concept here between the crosser and the backside dig. And of course, for this crosser to get open, we're going to need a clear out streak from our tight end, Dawson Knox. Now, we can keep the play action, and I love this, especially when our opponents are trying to send edge pressure. The play action will make them slough in, our tackles will pick them up, or our running back, and we can easily roll out with our quarterback, who obviously in this case is Josh Allen. You guys can see here, we can hit him on the... All right, Gabe Davis, you gotta wake up, dude. What was that? You were wide open. Yeah, but as you guys can see, the whole point here, again, is to have a fast quarterback. It just kind of creates a lot more space for you to have an easy completion there. Now, the next play I'm going to show you guys here is actually brand new to Madden 24. It's in the formation bunch strong offset, which again is obviously brand new to the Packers playbook as well. And the play is Y trail. This is so good against so many different coverages. Now, I would prefer to run this play with my bunch to the short side of the field, and this allows a lot of space for Stephon Diggs on that backside post route to get wide open. And I'll just show you guys here, especially against cover 3, this skinny post route does an awesome job of getting underneath those deep thirds. We can easily click on as well, cut back to the football, attack it at its highest point for an even easier completion. The one hot route I'd probably make here is actually putting Gabe Davis, my outside wide receiver, on the bunch side on a clear out streak. Again, allowing more space for either this backside post to eventually get open, or we can hit the corner route as well with an easy possession catch down the sideline. This play is also very good against man coverage, and especially the man blitz, where I'll block my running back in a lot of cases here. And we're gonna have so many different options. Dawson Knox on the trail route, Hardy on the corner route, or of course Stephon Diggs on the backside post. Let's just show you guys what it looks like here. We have perfect blocking, and look at Dawson Knox on the trail route. So many yards after catch. That route kills man coverage. Now, for my last play breakdown in this playbook, I do have to show some love to my under center guys who love to run the football. Strong close allows you to do exactly that. You have the counter weak, the off tackle, you have the end around, the halfback dive. But of course, those are pretty self-explanatory. Let's go over a passing play in strong close. And that play is mesh post. It's so easy to run, but highly effective against pretty much every type of coverage. We can actually just snap this play stock if we so choose. It's a great play under the 2-minute warning to, again, gain tempo and remove your opponent's ability to set up their defense as they want to, because again, you're just quick snapping and you're not giving them the time to do so. If we do want to make some hot routes, we can certainly put Stephon Diggs on a slant route here, create kind of a post slant combo. We can also go ahead and motion out our running back using the D-pad to the solo wide receiver side, place him on a streak so it looks like this. Now we get an even better post slant combo, especially versus zone. Versus man coverage, I wouldn't really recommend putting my running back out on a streak, but it's just personal preference. And right here, this post route is really the bread and butter of this play. It beats zone, it beats man, and then of course, if your opponent tries to user it, we have the drags underneath. For our second recommended playbook, let's hear it from none other than the greatest Madden player in the world, Dez. Dez is a 17-year-old Madden prodigy who won the Madden Bowl last year in over $350,000 in prize pool money.
Yo, what up? It's Dez here. Heard you need a playbook recommendation, so I'll recommend the New York Jets offensive playbook. Heard it's got tight offset tight end this year, along as bunch tight end, bunch tight double. So yeah, I heard Heard it's great, so give it a try.
So I think it's pretty fair to say that Dez probably knows what he's talking about when he gives us an offensive playbook recommendation. Now, obviously, the Jets playbook is going to change this year with Aaron Rodgers going over to the Jets. You still have these I-form formations that you can certainly tote the pill out of if you so choose. And honestly, this playbook is actually pretty similar to the Packers playbook for obvious reasons. They have the bunch strong offset that I talked to you guys about earlier, and then the bunch tight end as well. But the big difference here is the tight offset tight end, which was super popular in the Saints playbook last year. It's the offense that Dez used to win over $350,000, but the only playbook that has this formation this year is the Jets playbook. And that play right there, PA seams, is the stuff of nightmares. Easily the most overpowered play in the game last year. I have a feeling it's probably pretty decent this year as well. So PA seams is going to be really good, especially against cover 2, which was certainly a meta last year. Defensively, it's hard to say what's going to be good this year, but I would highly recommend using a team that has a wide receiver apprentice or a team like the Chiefs that actually has hot route master. And you guys can see right here, hot route master gives you 4 additional hot routes for every single pass catcher on the field. And we're going to need that because I'm actually going to put Richie James Jr. here on the left-hand side on a corner route. So now we have a little baby corner route and a super deep corner route going over the top of it. All right, hopefully we get the blocking here so I can show you guys that if we have time, this deep corner route against cover 2 is so good. Oftentimes it is a touchdown, but you can rack it there if you want to be conservative. You can conservative catch it down the sideline. Valdez, Scantling, pretty quick too. It helps if you have a really fast receiver there. And then if your opponent runs a defense like cover 3, for example, to take away that super deep corner route, then all we have to do is hit the little baby one underneath. Again, conservative catch to keep both feet in bounds. And I mean, those 2 corner routes together are almost impossible to stop. Now, the second play I'm going to recommend for you guys right here is if you've been playing Madden for a few years, if you haven't been living under a rock, PA boot over is one of the most infamous plays in Madden history. But if you are new to the game, let me go ahead and demonstrate how good this play can be this year once again. And this is going to be one of those plays where it's literally in the name, boot over. We want to roll out of the pocket, escape those contains, get towards the sideline with our quarterback and either take off with him or hit one of these deep crossers down the sideline. So I'm actually going to put Travis Kelce here on a streak. I'm going to keep the play action, but I'm going to hit right trigger towards the end of the animation to cancel it. And then right here, we click on, cut it off a little bit to avoid that deep blue against a cover 3, for example. An easy catch. Yeah, I super recommend using a fast quarterback this year. I mean, just take off. Even if we don't want to make a read, we can easily turn that upfield for a big time gain with a quarterback, again, with decent legs. The last play recommendation I'm going to give you guys in the Jets playbook is out of doubles halfback week, and the play is shake halfback corner. Sets like this that have great spacing, but also have a running back on one side and a tight end on the other, I think are going to do a great job this year. It's going to give you a lot more options for protecting against the blitz and attacking zone coverages. Now, the one adjustment I will make for this play is placing my slot wide receiver on a slant or a drag so it looks like this. We basically create a high-low concept over the middle of the field between our slant and our post route over top. Let's go ahead and run that one more time. I was a little bit too busy explaining, not doing enough dotting right there in Juju Smith-Schuster. That route is going to be amazing against both man and zone. You guys can see right there, it finds a really nice pocket in the middle of the field. Against match coverage, we'd have our running back scissor route, and then of course, if our opponent is not respecting the flats, this tight end wheel route deep down the sideline is going to do a great job of turning something or nothing into something. That's the right way to say it. Now, the third and final playbook I'm going to recommend for you guys here is actually a brand new playbook to Madden 24 called the Air Raid Offense. This is also the only playbook in the game that has the cluster formation, and this play Z-spot is actually really good. Now, the only hot route I'm going to make on this play is putting my outside bunch wide receiver here on a streak. So if we are going against zone coverage, it will clear a lot of space for that corner route to get open. We also have one of the most unique routes in the game right here, a running back zig route. Now, against man coverage, which I'm going against here, I don't anticipate it being that good from someone like Dobbins. However, if it's someone like Christian McCaffrey who can actually run routes, this route is going to be super good. So it really just depends on personnel. But obviously against man here, this corner route is going to fry. Those short corner routes are so good against man coverage. Now, we are going against cover 1 here, so this might not be the best demonstration, but this actually, no, never mind. It was a great demonstration because he actually gets underneath that deep middle third there. That S post from OBJ, really good against man coverage as well. If that's defense you struggle against, you definitely might want to check out this gun cluster, and this play What is the play called again? It's called Z-Spot. I didn't want to give you guys misinformation. Just double checking, you know. Now, the second play I'm going to recommend for you guys here is out of the formation gun double stack. Now, the bread and butter of this formation are these little bubble screens. They have like the smoke screens, they have the bubble screens, they have a few different runs here, and then of course they have the play 4 verticals, which is the play we're going to focus on. But for this to work, you're going to have to be willing to run the ball first, and not just run the ball, but be willing to throw these screens as well to these receivers underneath. You guys can see here, the defense doesn't do a fantastic job of reacting to it, especially if they don't pass commit. And if your opponent does pass commit, then all we have to do here is run. We actually have a read option. I made the wrong read there. We should have handed it off to Dobbins. So let's go ahead and run that one more time. You guys can see here, this run is nasty if we make the right read once again. And then once you've made your opponent actually respect those smoke screens, respect your run game, whether it's actually with your running back or your quarterback. And that's finally when we're going to open up the field by running the play 4 verticals, looking for this outside wheel route from our X receiver here against the cover 2. And with a good and early enough pass lead, it's going to be a touchdown versus that specific defense almost every single time. And you're actually going to find your opponents in cover 2 a lot because that's the best defense for stopping these smoke screens on the outside. Cover 3 is not going to do a great job, and even if they do run cover 3, these inside seams are wide open. If you have somebody with good hands, he's making that catch every time. Now, the third and final play I'm going to show you guys from the air raid offense here is the drag under in the gun bunch quads. And the thing that's really nice about this formation is that if your opponent loves to run match defense, which in my opinion is becoming increasingly more popular in Madden, so cover 4 quarters, cover 4 palms, anything like that, for example, if you have 4 pass catchers on one side of the field, it basically cancels out match, and their match defense just won't work. So obviously in this case, if they're calling cover 4 quarters, it basically just turns to a normal cover 4 drop, which we can easily take advantage of because they have way too many deep blues on the field, and it's just going to leave the middle of the field wide open. And so many things are going to be open on this play. We have the 2 wheel routes on the right side. We have our point wide receiver here on a crosser going from right to left. And then of course we have a backside drag as well in case nothing else is open. We're going to look for the crosser here, and as you guys can see, it gets wide open down the sideline. A super easy play that again doesn't require any hot routes. We can quick snap it, and it does a great job against match defense. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my recommendations for playbooks. Let me know in the comments below what offense you're planning on running in Madden 24. I'm super excited to hear it. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next video, fellas. Peace.